Dante's Paradiso, Canto 31. The mystic rose, the angel host, Beatrice leaves Dante, St. Bernard. Then, in the form of a white rose, the host of the sacred soldiery appeared to me. All those whom Christ in his own blood espoused, but the other host who soar, singing and seeing his glory, who to will them to his love, made them so many and such blissful being. Like a swarm of bees, who in one motion dive into the flowers and the next return, the sweetness of their labors to the hive flew ceaselessly to the many-petaled rose and ceaselessly return into the light in which their ceaseless love has its repose. Like living flame their faces seemed to glow, their wings were gold, and all their bodies shone more dazzling white than any earthly snow. On entering the great flower, they spread about them from tier to tier the ardor and the peace they have acquired in flying close to him. Nor did so great a multitude in flight between the white rose that lies above it block in the least the glory of the light. For throughout all the universe, God's ray enters all things according to their merit, and nothing has the power to block its way. This realm of ancient bliss shone, soul on soul, with new and ancient beings every one, and every love was fixed upon one goal. O threefold light which blazoned, and one star can so content their vision, with your shining, look down upon us in the storm we are. If the barbarians coming from that zone above which Hellas travels every day, wheeling in heaven with her beloved son, looking at Rome, were stupefied to see her works in those days when the Lateran outshone all else built by humanity. What did I feel on reaching such a goal, from human to blessed, from time to eternity, from Florence to a people just and whole? By what amazement was I overcome! Between my stupor and my newfound joy, my bliss was to hear nothing and be dumb. And as a pilgrim at the shrine of his vow stares, feels himself reborn, and thinks already how he may later describe it, just so now I stood and let my eyes go wandering out into the radiance from rank to rank, now up, now down, now sweeping round about. I saw faces that compelled love's charity, lit by another's lamp, and their own smiles and gestures graced by every dignity. Without having fixed on any part, my eyes already had taken in and understood the form and general plan of paradise, and my desire rekindled, I wheeled about to question my sweet lady on certain matters, concerning which my mind was still in doubt. One thing I expected, another greeted me. I thought to find Beatrice there. I found instead an elder in the robes of those in glory. His eyes and cheeks were bathed in the holy glow of loving bliss. His gestures, pious grace. He seemed a tender father, standing so. She, where is she? I cried in sudden dread. To lead you to the goal of all your wish, Beatrice called me from my place, he said. And if you raise your eyes, you still may find her. In the third circle down from the highest rank upon the throne her merit has assigned her. Without reply, I looked up at the height and saw her draw an aureola around herself as she reflected the eternal light. No mortal eye, though plunged to the last bounds of the deepest sea has ever been so far from the topmost heaven to which the thunder sounds, as I was then from Beatrice. But there the distance did not matter, for her image reached me unblurred by any atmosphere. O Lady, in whom my hope shall ever soar, and who for my salvation suffered even to set your foot upon hell's broken floor, through your power and your excellence alone have I recognized the goodness and the grace inherent in the things I have been shown. You have led me from my bondage and set me free by all those roads, by all those loving means that lay within your power and charity. Grant me your magnificence, that my soul, which you have healed, may please you when it slips the bonds of flesh and rises up to its goal. Such was my prayer, and she, far up a mountain as it appeared to me, looked down and smiled. Then she turned back to the eternal fountain and the holy elder. I have been sent by prayer and sacred love to help you reach the perfect consummation of your ascent. Look round this garden, therefore, that you may be gazing in its radiance. Be prepared to lift your eyes up to the trinal ray, the Queen of Heaven, for whom in whole devotion I burn with love, will grant every grace, because I am Bernard, her faithful one. As a stranger from afar, a Croat, if you will, comes to see our Veronica, and awed by its ancient fame, can never look his fill, but say to himself, as long as it is displayed, my Lord Jesus Christ, true God, and is this then the likeness of thy living flesh portrayed? Just so did I gaze on the living love of him who in this place, through contemplation, tasted the peace which ever dwells from above. Dear Son of Grace, he said, you cannot know this state of bliss while you yet keep your eyes fixed only on those things that lie below. Rather, let your eyes mount to the last round, where you shall see the Queen to whom this realm is subject and devoted, throned and crowned. I looked up. By as much as the horizon to eastward in the glory of full dawn outshines the point in which the sun went down. By so much did one region on the height to which I raised my eyes out of the valley outshine the rays of every other light. And as the sky is brightest in that region where we on earth expect to see the shaft of the chariot so badly steered by Phaeton, while to one side and the other it grows dim, just so the peaceful oriflamme lit the center and faded equally along either rim. And in the center, great wings spread apart. More than 1,000 festive angels shone, each one distinct in radiance and in art. I saw there smiling at this song and sport she whose beauty entered like the bliss into the eyes of all the sainted court. And even could my speech match my conception, yet I would not dare make the least attempt to draw her delectation and perfection. Bernard, seeing my eyes so fixed and burning with passion on his passion, turned his own up to that height, with so much love and yearning, that the example of his ardor sent new fire through me, making my gaze more ardent.